Howdy folks, and welcome to day 21 of the 22 ways to automate your freelance business. And as people are starting to come in here, if you're watching the replay, I'd greatly appreciate it if you did share that. I love you guys anyway, even though that you didn't make it on live, but I do love you guys anyway. For those of you that are coming in, please let me know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to be able to give you a shout out. Today we're going to be talking about education and how you can use education to help build your business and build your brand. So before I jump into it, I just want to make sure all the tech is working. I think it is. Yep. Yeah. We're going. All right. Hey. You're in the living room and yet you're still, that's my wife, Joanna. All right, so I see a little bit more people coming in. Thank you for joining. Do appreciate that. Please jump in, let me know where you're tuning in from. Love to be able to see what the weather is where you're at. So today I'm going to be talking about education, and it's always important to hone your craft, right? And sharpen those skills that you have. You are that expert, right? Experts are always learning. They're not just stagnant. So what you need to do for your business is to set aside a yearly budget for education. And this could be attending conferences, it could be reading books or taking online classes, whatever that might be, that education to help you build your business and better serve your customers, that's a part of that education budget. Now for me, I usually like to do it around 15 or 20%, right? So basically I have that budget. If I use that budget all in one shot, then I don't cross that line, right? That's the budget that I set for the year. I always want to remember to stay profitable. I've heard horror stories of people buying and buying and buying and buying and buying and throw themselves right in a debt, and then their business is gone, right? So the reason why you want to hone your craft and really really put some time and effort into education is because you need to stay on target and stay on the bleeding edge of what it is that you do for your clients, right? So, for example, no one wants a web designer who are still using horizontal rules with little kitty cats bouncing across it, right? Nobody wants that. So you want to make sure that you're always learning new things, right? Learning new best practices, learning new technologies, learning new ways in which your business, whatever that might be, doesn't necessarily have to be development or design work either, right? Photography, there's always new tech coming out. Any writing, maybe there's new tools that you can use, right? So you always want to stay on top of those things, right? And as I said, you want to set aside a budget, right? Whatever your revenue is, set aside a yearly budget for that and stick to it. If you go to a conference and it wipes out your budget, then you have to realize that, okay, now hope I've learned everything I need to learn for the year, because I don't want to put myself into debt, okay? And thirdly, and this is something that a lot of freelancers won't do, is share what you are learning with your clients, right? So if you're going to a conference for the weekend or for a long weekend, maybe it starts on a Thursday and goes through the weekend, so you have to take a couple of days off, right? Let your clients know that you're doing this and why you're doing it, right? Why are you attending that conference? Is it to learn a new trick? Is it to enhance some part of your business, right? Sharing these things with your clients shows that you're a professional and you care about your business, which in turn care about their business, right? So especially if your clients, if you're going to something that, like in my world for conversion optimization, if I went to a conversion optimization conference, my clients are going to want to know that. I'm going to want to share that with my clients so that I can say, hey, I came back from the past weekend, learned all of these things, all of these new ways in which to help you and your business further get further down the line. So do that. Just have a brief conversation with your clients. Maybe even shoot them off an email and maybe have a couple of bullet points on what it is that you took away from your education. Okay? So I'd encourage you to, think about your craft and think about the education that goes into sharpening your sword, right? First is that you're an expert. You always need to be learning time and time again. You can't stay stagnant with your skill set. It's just not going to work. Second, set a budget. Once you reach that budget for the year, that's it. Cut the line. That's it. No more buying shiny objects, okay? And lastly, third, share what it is that you learned with your clients. All right? So this is just the start of the new year, and I would love to hear what it is that you are learning, or what you're putting into, what conferences you're going to, what online classes you're going to take. Share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Maybe we'll be seeing each other at a conference or something and we can meet up, right? So go ahead, join in that conversation in the Sustainable Freelancer Facebook group. You can go to that at res.com/Facebook, and that'll jump you right into it. Believe me, I know Facebook URLs for groups are about this long. So go to that short link and that'll drop you in. And until that next time, it's your time to feast.